My next guest tonight is a very unusual comedian. Not only is this his network television debut, but he says that it is also the first time he's ever been out of his house. He'll be appearing this week at the Richmond Comedy Club in Richmond, Virginia. Please welcome now Mr. Emo Phillips.
Thank you, David. Thank all of you. Glad you're in a good mood. I'm in a good mood, too. I had quite a laugh today at the expense of the service station attendant. He was attempting to scrape the bird droppings off my windshield, and I never let on that they were on the inside. So, found a wallet today on 47th Street. And I was going to keep it rather than return it, but I thought if I lost $100, how would I feel? I realized that I would want to be taught a lesson. So, I kept it. Yeah. I went to confession today, St. Patrick's. Although I'm not Catholic, I go every now and then. I say, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned." I'm just in here to develop film. And, oh, he hates that. Yeah, I'm religious. You could probably tell, huh? Yeah, used to pray every night when I was a kid for a new bicycle. And then I realized the Lord in his wisdom doesn't work that way, so I just stole one and asked him to forgive me. I got it. Yeah, I had a nice childhood. Very close relationship with this other kid. I was his imaginary friend. Yeah. I'd be in my backyard minding my own business. The other kids would call me names, you know, like Puke Face or Neo-Calvinist, and I'd run after them. But lucky for them, the chain would snap my neck back, and they would escape. Yeah. Remember, once, school was fun. Once we were taking a test and I was copying this other kid's paper. I guess the teacher heard my Xerox machine. And she said, "Emo, am I stupid or were you cheating?" I said, "Oh, yes and no." And she sends me to the principal, and I sit down, and he says, "Emo, emo, emo." I said, "I'm the one in the middle, you drunken bum, you know." And he said, "How would you like to repeat the 5th grade?" I said, "Well, I don't know if I could do it exactly, but I'll give it a try." And he says, "You know, I could expel you." I said, "You'll have to catch and eat me first, you know, you're weirdo." And he says, "Emo, you have to go to the school psychologist." I said, "Why do I have to go to the psychologist?" So he shows me the petition. And I go to this guy. He says, "Emo, what does this ink blot look like to you?" I said, "Well, it's kind of embarrassing." He said, "Emo, everyone sees something silly. What does it look like to you?" I said, "Well, to me, it looks like standard pattern number 3 in the Rorschach series to test obsessive compulsiveness, you know." And he gets kind of depressed. I said, "Okay, it's a butterfly," you know. And he cheers up. He says, "What does this ink blot look like?" I said, "Well, it looks like a horrible, ugly blob of pure evil that sucks the souls of men into a vortex of sin and degradation." He said, "No, the ink blot's over there. That's a photo of my wife you're looking at." So I said, "Was I far off?" He said, "No, that's the tragedy." And he said, "Emo, you've been such a good boy. I want you to have this chocolate Easter bunny on me." I said, "I'll slip off." He said, "Well, try it anyway, Tiger." So I ate the chocolate bunny, and I said, "Wait a second. Was this a test?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "What does it mean?" He said, "Well, had you eaten the ears first, you would have been normal. Had you eaten the feet first, you would have had an inferiority complex. Had you eaten the tail first, you would have had latent homosexual tendencies. And had you eaten the breasts first, you would have had a latent Oedipal complex." I said, "Well, go on. What does it mean when you bite out the eyes and scream, 'Stop staring at me'?" You know. And you know. And he says, well, it shows you have a tendency toward self-destruction. I said, what do you recommend? He says, go for it, baby. So there you go. Thank you. You folks have been wonderful. You've really cheered me up. I needed cheering up. I loaned a friend of mine $8,000 for plastic surgery, and now I don't know what he looks like. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, very, very funny, very unusual, very different. Nice to have you here. What does the name Emo mean? Can I ask you that?
It's my Christian name.
Yeah.
And my Buddhist name. No, it's my name. I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize. Well, I think you're probably the first one we've had on named Emo.
No.
Nice to see you. Yeah. No, we have.
When this country plays Iran, you know, you'll be able to. It's a pleasure to be indoors. Thank you.
How do you like being in New York? Have you been here much?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
I like it. I was at the library, though. The guy's very rude.
No.
Yeah, I said I like a card. He says, yeah, you have to prove you're a citizen of New York. You know. So I stabbed him. And he gave it to me.
Yeah.
I was running through Central Park, you know, and I had an asthmatic attack. These three asthmatics jumped me. I know, I should have heard them hiding.
We'll be right back, folks. Emo Phillips. Emo, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you,
David.
David.
You'll be in Richmond. Thank you, and come back and see us, sir. Also, my thanks to Tom Savini, Cheryl Teagues, Larry, Paul, and, of course, Bill Wendell. We'll see you folks tomorrow night. Have a nice evening. Thank you very much. Thanks, Paul. Before we bring out Emo, we need to eliminate some contestants here. So let's take a look at the number one from that second round of selection. Okay. All right. You like that guy? Okay. So he's in the final competition. Next. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we have the final four, and of course the winner gets a copy of the new Sam Harris single. My next guest tonight is making his second appearance on this program, and he is an extremely unique performer. Boy, that's certainly true. He can be seen in prison. I'm sorry, he can be seen in person this week. Beginning Thursday at Caroline's here in New York City. Please welcome Emo Phillips.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here. I didn't know what to wear. And my mom said, Emo, why don't you wear your grandfather's nice dress slacks? So I grabbed a shovel and nice to be in New York, swinging town. I was in a bar a few nights ago, moving from stool to stool, trying to get lucky. But there wasn't gum under any of them. So I'm in the bar, and I hear giggling behind me. And at first I don't mind, but the giggling continues. I thought, what's so amusing? So I turn around. These two guys, for the last half hour or so, have been throwing darts into my head. It's a good thing I heard him, you know. I said, look, you bums, because I was angry now. I said, as soon as this game is over, hit the road. Well, as I left that bar, one thing stuck in my mind. And that is that there's a lot of weirdos in this world. Like my cousins are Siamese twins connected at the hip. We always have a lot of fun with them. When we play softball, we'll pick them for different sides. That kind of thing. People come up to me extremely worried that I'll reproduce. Well, I don't want to have a baby. My sister just had a baby, and she's very proud of him. We could have company over. She'll be in front of everyone with her breast out, feeding him cereal or whatever. The other day, she said, Emo, could you babysit little Derek while I go to the carnival and look for the father? So she takes the bucket of peanuts and leaves, and I'm pushing him through the park, and he's crying, you know, because I forgot the stroller. And I take him home, trying to rinse out his diaper in the toilet. Ooh, you ever rinse out a baby's diaper in the toilet? Ooh, I accidentally let go of his foot, and he's been, the kids today. Oh, I know I'll have kids someday of my own. Yes, I'm quite handy with the ladies. A lot of hot mamas here today. Yeah, I'm a great lover, I bet. I was playing tennis the other week, and these two hot mamas are waiting for the court. I thought, time to pour on the charm. So I said, hi there, you sexy little whores of Babylon. And they walked over and said, you want to double up? I said, sure. So they kicked me in the groin. Oh, it was good. Yeah, I'm quite handy with the ladies. I was with this girl the other night, and I don't want to brag. But from the way she was responding to my skillful caresses, you would have sworn that she was conscious. Oh, from the tip of her head to the on her toes.
Oh my gosh, Emo. Oh. I think you could be in the running for Mr. September. Nice to see you again. Where are you originally, what do you call home originally?
Oh, it's a tough one. I'm going to have to trace back through all my old bus tickets. Well, I was born in Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
When I was 10, my parents moved to Downers Grove, Illinois. When I was 12, I found them.
And the rest is history.
I hope so.
Now, it's a good time to be in. It's always a good time to be in Chicago, but now especially with the Cubs, boy, that's got to be.
Well, I think once in a million years is totally justified.
Now, are you a baseball fan?
You go
out there, huh?
I caught a homer. Everyone's rushing up at me, trying to yank it out of my eye. Yeah. Are you into sports, Dave?
Yeah, I enjoy sports.
What do you do to work out, stay in such shape?
Well, just...
I work out. I
Good.
I ran 3 miles today.
Uh-huh.
Finally, I said, lady, take your purse. You know, that important.
Yeah. Now, where will you be working? I know you're going to be at Caroline's for a while, but you have other jobs coming up?
Well, next week, I'm at the Funny Bone in St. Louis.
Oh, they'll love you there.
And after that, I'm at the Comedy Gallery in Minneapolis,
So
Minnesota.
Yeah, I know where it is.
You've been around, too.
Yeah, I have. Okay, Emo, gee, it was nice to see you again.
Well, it's great to be indoors.
All right, we'll be right back. Thanks, Emo. My next guest made his television debut on this very program a few months ago, and he has been getting stranger and stranger ever since. He will be appearing this weekend at Zanies in Nashville, Tennessee. Please welcome Emo Phillips.
Thank you, David. Well, lucky to be here. I was on First Avenue, and I had to drive over here to 6th. And I thought, what street do I take to get from First to 6th? Then I remembered Einstein postulating that parallel lines eventually meet. I'm in Poughkeepsie, and that's all right. Oh, my car's hard to steer anyway. I put a lock on the steering wheel, but I lost the key, and now I can only drive in a straight line, and if I want to turn the corner, I have to go part way into the intersection and turn off the headlights and wait for someone to sideswipe me and go in the new direction. Oh, this cold weather's playing havoc with my car. I called the mechanic today. I said, my car starts, but it doesn't move. He said, check the trans. So I said to my brother, take off your dress and help me with this thing. Oh, woman. Oh, well, Happy New Year. You excited? About 85? Yeah. I'm ready. My sister Kiki gave me a calendar. It's a nice, like a fabric cloth calendar. Little design at the top. It's very nice. It took me 3 hours to sew in a dentist appointment, but it's okay. You folks are really cheering me up. I needed cheering up. I overheard my parents arguing about me the other night, saying stuff like, oh, I told you he'd live, I said to my mom, Mom, can I have $5 for the movie? She said, ask your father. So I said, Dad, can I have $5 for the movie? She said, ask your mother. So I said, Mom, she said, ask your father. And as I'm running back to my dad, I trip and hit my head on the coffee table. And my mom shouts to my dad, 15, love, my serve again. Well, she's a kidder. So I go to the movies. Do you like crying babies at the movies? I do. I like to sit behind them. You figure they're going to cry anyway. So you flick them in the head and the neck. Who's going to know? Hours of pleasure. There's a lot of weirdos at the movies. I was at the movies. There's a really ugly, slimy, repulsive pervert besides me. And he puts his hand on my knee, starts moving it slowly up and down my leg. I thought, the joke's on him. It's asleep. Yeah. Oh, well. Did you have a nice Christmas?
No.
No, I did. I visited my grandmother. Had to go up to the attic anyway, you know. She's nice. I made out like a bandit this year. I got some new underwear. Well, new to me, you know. Yeah. So, you excited about the snow tomorrow? Huh? Me too. Remember when I was a little kid, my favorite time of year was the first snow. How about you? Oh, it was mine. I'd wake up and scream, yippee, snow! And I'd run to the front door and I'd go, you know the deal. Let me in now. Thanks for being my friend. Bye.
We'll be right back. Okay, Emo, nice to see you here. Nice job. I always get the feeling with you, Emo, that you're waiting for test results. We have to go, folks. My thanks to Emo and also Mae McLaren from Dixon, Illinois, and Robert Klein. We'll see you Monday. Have a good weekend. Go to bed. Okay. My next guest has made his network debut on this television program only a year ago, and already he has his very own record album. He can also be seen in person this week at Caroline's in New York City. It's always a pleasure and an experience to welcome one of the strangest men to ever draw oxygen. Please say hello to Emo Phillips.
Well, what a beautiful day today, huh? Yeah, it was a beautiful day. I bought a tape cassette today, and I took it home, and I listened to it for a couple hours. And sure enough, it's blank. I went to the movies. You know what the theater owners hate more than anything? When you bring your own popcorn. You could have the quietest popper in the world. They throw you out. You meet a lot of weirdos at the movies. I'm at the movies. This guy says, excuse me, is this seat saved? I said, well, if Aquinas reasoned that even animals have no souls, I mean, how much less chance does an inanimate object like a chair have of gaining salvation, you know? And, oh, forget it. People come up to me and say, ooh, you're alive. Well, I had a busy day. Watched some kids playing baseball. Yeah, I remember when I was a little kid, used to play baseball. The other kids always made me the catcher, which I liked. Until one day I saw a game on television, and I said, well, how come that catcher doesn't have his hands tied to his ankles? You know? Well, I was a precocious lad. Remember, we lived next to this busy highway. Remember once I wandered out onto the highway and I was stuck in the median for like 4 hours as the cars whizzed by me. Oh, I still shudder every time I see the film my dad took of it. Oh, my dad, he was a kidder. Every night I'd say, Daddy, tell me a story. He said, Emo, I need my sleep. I have to look for work in the morning. I said, oh, come on. Tell me a longer one. And he would. Yeah. Yeah, I was a precocious youngster once in school. The teacher said, Emo, what's 5/19 times 4/15? My brain started to bleed. And she said, take it easy. What's our common denominator? I said, a fondness for little girls. She was angry. You know, I don't know if I was put on this earth for a purpose or not, but I'm fairly sure that I'll be taken off it for one. The other night, I was sleeping alone, thanks to the exterminator. And, you know how you're in bed at night and your house starts making noises you don't hear during the daytime? Weird noises, scary noises like, or Emo, I'm gonna kill you. I remembered that song. Whenever I feel afraid, I whistle a happy tune, and I started to whistle. And I felt a hand around my neck, and a voice said, thanks, I thought I'd never find you in the dark. The light goes on, there's this guy standing over me with a gun. He says, take advantage of my little sister, will you? I said, sure, where is she? And he shows me this picture of a girl. I said, I don't know her. He said, yes, you do. I said, no, I don't. And he gets nervous and his hands start shaking and the picture starts shaking. I said, oh, now I remember her. I said, look, I'll tell you a riddle, and if you answer it, you could shoot me, but if you don't answer it, you have to let me go. He said, why should I? I said, oh, come on. He said, okay, what's the riddle? I said, what is it that has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the afternoon, and 3 legs at night? He said, the answer is man, who in the morning crawls on 4 legs because he's a baby, and in the afternoon he walks upright on 2 legs because he's an adult, and in the evening he's an old man with a cane, and that's 3 legs. I said, wrong, it's a donkey who has 4 legs in the morning, and in the afternoon you chop 2 of them off, and in the evening you glue on back on again. What a moron. So I got out of that one all right. Oh, thank you very much for being my friends. Bye-bye.
Nice to see you. Have a seat. All right. We'll be right back with Emo Phillips. Nice job, Emo. Very funny. Nice to see you again. The album, doing well?
Very, very well.
Do people treat you differently now that they know you're a successful recording artist?
Oh, well, yeah. Although I was at the Berkshire place, very nice hotel.
Yeah.
And they gave me a hassle for doing laundry in my room.
Oh.
I mean, I thought I charged the other guests a very fair price.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
if my dad could see me here tonight,
yeah,
he'd say, Emo, how'd you escape from the attic?
And are you keeping busy? You working a lot?
Oh, I'm working all over. I'll be at Caroline's this week, and I'll be at the Comedy Connections in Philly and Boston, and the Comedy Workshops in Houston and Austin. I like to rhyme all my itineraries.
Well, that's good.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me on again.
Well, fine. Are you done?
No!
Oh, you sounded like you were getting ready to leave.
Well, I thought this might be the last time.
Oh, no. Well, we'd like to have you on again and again.
Well.
No, we're just...
I'm no stranger to sarcasm.
Yo, that's good. Now, Emo... Emo, I've never asked you about your name, Emo. I don't believe I know another person named Emo.
If you go to Finland, you'll find many.
Are you Finnish?
No, we have about a minute left.
But it's a Finnish name, is that correct?
Yes.
Is it an abbreviation for a longer Finnish name?
No, that's all you need in Finland. That plus a reindeer.
Emo. Emo, do you have a middle name?
You don't need a middle name.
Don't need a middle name.
Well, in Finland you need a name with emo, a middle name, but in America you don't need a middle name with emo.
Phillips is not a Finnish name.
Welsh.
Sorry. Welsh. Emo Phillips.
Yeah.
So you're...
No, not Welsh, Emo Phillips.
No, I know. All right. Okay, Emo.
Hope I get paid.
Now, you're going to be where here? Caroline's?
Caroline's. It's on 8th Avenue.
And the album is selling well?
Oh, it's selling like hotcakes to Aborigines. I mean, they want to buy it, but how long will it stay on the shelf?
Well, I'm glad things are going very well for you. Good luck at Caroline's. And
please stop in.
No, there's not a chance in hell I'll be there. We'll be right back. Thank you very much. Nice job. Nice to see you again. Please come back. Also, our thanks to Connie Chung. Tomorrow, comedian Jonathan Katz, viewer mail, 9-year-old impressionist Zachariah Overton, truck stop owner Ethel Magpie Richardson, and Stupid Petrix. Apparently, everyone in show business is out of town for the summer. We'll see you then. Good night, folks.
My next guest is a very bizarre human being who, believe it or not, has just signed to appear in the remake of the classic Jules Verne epic Journey to the Center of the Earth. Please welcome comedian Emo Phillips. Emo.
Thank you, David, for that dainty prose. The magic of this is just starting to dawn on me. What I mean is, if someone would have come up to me 10 years ago and told me that I'd be on national television in front of all you folks, I just would have stared at him because I was on medication at that time. Well, as you can see, I'm a bit frazzled. I was getting here and I was caught in one of your famous New York traffic jams. Guy behind me's honking, beep, beep, beep. Can't you do something about those stinking fumes? I just kept walking, you know. Well, live and learn. Beautiful day today. It was raining. I went to the art museum, saw this Van Gogh. Little sign next to it said, "Loan anonymously. So I go to the front desk. I said, I'm the one. I'd like it back now. No way, Raoul. How many people here have telekinetic powers? Raise my hand. Want me to do my tribute to Elvis? Thanks, Elvis. You know who my hero was in high school? James Dean, huh? Boy, could that guy make sausages. Memories. Oh, my brother says hello. So hooray for speech therapy. Yeah. We have a close family. Although my nephew's a brat. He had a birthday, and I was entertaining at the birthday, doing some magic tricks, Took his dog and twisted him into a balloon. And I said, okay, blow out the candles on the coleslaw. He said, I want to make a wish, I want to make a wish. So I grab him by the ankles and start spinning him. He goes, wish, wish, wish. And I threw him into the wall. I knew what he really meant. But I thought, what a good time to warn him about the dangers of homonyms. And I took him to the playground. I go to the playground often to watch the little kids jump up and down and scream, because they don't know I'm using blanks. And it's good exercise. And I said, okay. He says, Uncle Emo, give me a push on the swing. So I push him, he says, harder. So I push him, he says, give me a real push, you wimp. So I get about 50 feet back, and I run, and I push him, he says, give me a real push, you pansy. So I backed up the Buick. He got out of the way, and so should I. Thank you for being my friend.
We'll be right back. Emo, nice to see you. Thanks for coming back, and good luck with your movie. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Thank you, David.
I'd like to swat you with a big stick. My thanks also to Danny Sullivan and Molly Ringwald. We'll see you tomorrow night, folks. Have a good night. Thank you very much. Next guest is a very strange and a very funny individual who made his network television debut on this program back in 1984, and I think we all remember where we were that night. He will be performing at Caroline's. What's going on over there?
We're getting ready.
Okay, we're getting ready over there. He will be performing at Caroline's here in New York City next week. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Emo Phillips.
Thanks, homeboy. Oh, wow. I was at O'Hare Airport. from O'Hare. And this fellow says, would you like a Hare Krishna cookbook? I said, well, I've heard you guys just taste like chicken. He said, I used to be a drug-crazed zombie before becoming a Hare Krishna. so it's more of a lateral promotion, huh? See, I don't mean to be intolerant, but I was raised Baptist. When I was a little boy, my dad used to say, Emo, do you believe in the Lord? And I'd say, yes. He'd say, then stand up and shout, hallelujah! So I would, and I'd fall out of the roller coaster, you know. Yeah. I used to pray every night for a new bicycle. And then I realized the Lord doesn't work that way, so I just stole one and asked him to forgive me. And you know who needs our prayers right now? George Bush. George, if you're watching, take my advice. Don't worry about the budget deficit. What is it, 200 billion? What's going to happen? Is Japan going to come over and say, hey, Uncle Sam, we want the money? We'll say, well, we don't have it. They'll say, you don't have it. What did you spend the 200 billion on? We'll say, well, these nuclear warheads. And they'll say, well, we don't need it right away. Our country's making nuclear warheads like there's no... Well, we have to protect ourselves from the Soviet Union. You know, the Soviet Union, it's a very weird combination of evil and incompetence, kind of like the post office with tanks. Although that Gorbachev turned out to be a nice guy, which proves you can't prejudge someone just because they have the mark of the beast on their head. Do you mind if I take this off? Careful, girls. You know, you gotta dress for the ladies. You know, that poor Rob Lowe, huh? You know, we've all done stuff like that in the past. You know, once I posed naked for a magazine. It was a very demeaning experience, though, and I've never been back to that newsstand. I've done a lot of weird stuff. Once I wanted to work in a morgue. I figure I'm a people person, you know. And the woman at the desk says, can you stand long hours, cold, clammy conditions, and horrible smells? I said, I hardly know you, you know. Well, I'm glad I wasn't chosen, though, because I'm kind of scared of ghosts. Although they probably don't even call them ghosts here in New York City. You know, there's probably some new non-offensive liberal term, you know, like the dimensionally impaired, you know. Something. Oh, boy. You've been a wonderful thank you, and always remember, as you go through your lives, the last words of my grandfather who said, a truck. Thank you for being my friend.
We have to do a commercial. We'll be right back. Phillips. I think there's a possibility that Emo has a middle ear disorder.
You think?
A slight possibility.
That's what it is then.
Okay. I'm very excited. In honor of the holidays tonight, being Friday, and we have the big holiday weekend coming up. In honor of the holiday season, I'm going to begin tonight with a very special impression. As you know, I don't do impressions. Tonight I'm going to be doing a very special holiday impression. My impression of a barber on Christmas morning. Barber opening a present on Christmas morning. An impression.
All right, get on with it.
Wow, scissors. Heckled by the band. What a horrible way to end the year. Really? Yeah, what a wonderful impression you screwed up. Doing his impression of emo Phillips. No. Okay. I think based on this, I think the Giants will return to the Super Bowl and prevail. That's my prediction after meeting.
I'm with you.
Listen to this. You want a story? Listen to this. 17 years ago, our next guest made his network debut on our old television show. 17 years ago. Yeah. And we were always happy to have him back, and so we're having him back tonight. I don't know what that is. So 17 years later, we invited him back.
He must have been a hit back then.
We lost his card in the file.
Oh, is that
it
what
fell
happened?
down behind the cabinet, and we were cleaning, and there it was. So
I'm glad he's
back here tonight.
Yeah.
This is his new CD. It's called, what is it called? It's self-titled, and it comes out next week. Emo Phillips, everybody.
Thank you. I forgot how many beautiful women there are here in the Big Apple. I used to be scared of pretty girls until one confessed they're just as scared of me. I got married. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've always wanted a loving, beautiful wife, and she's always wanted to be a citizen. Oh. Yeah, she's teaching me Cuban, which is like Spanish. Except there are fewer words for luxury items. She's so sweet. She always giggles during sex. Doesn't matter what she's reading. We had our first barbecue, which unfortunately was spoiled by my neighbor. He says, "Do you have anything to drink alcoholic?" I said, "Yes, manic depressive." Well, who started it? I phoned him once. I said, "Hi, it's Emo. I'm in bed trying to take a nap. I know it's an imposition. Could you turn down the stereo? You'll find my front door unlocked." To me, it's about helping people. I saw someone going through my garbage can looking for food. Now, darn it, I hate to see another human being going through someone's garbage looking for food. So I made him a real nice raccoon costume.
Does he wear it? No. Don't wear fur. Did you know that a single fur coat takes 14 trees just for the protest signs? Huh? Okay. Yes. You know who I identify with? Barry Bonds. Because when I was a little boy, I beat up the school bully with a baseball bat. Both his arms were completely broken, which gave me the courage. Yes. Yes. Once I was walking home from school, and I'm watching some men building a new house. And the guy hammering on the roof calls me a paranoid little weirdo in Morse code. Well, this will clarify everything. When I was 16, I borrowed my dad's car for the first time and crashed it into a tree. And I walked home, and I walked around our house 100 times, trying to work up the courage to go in. And I go in, and he says, "Where have you been all night?" I said, "I wrecked the car. I'm sorry." And I started to cry. And my dad said, "Son, I'm the one who's sorry. I trusted you to be mature and intelligent enough to handle the family vehicle. It was my fault. It was my mistake." I said, "You crap-headed clown, you could have killed me." Well, it's always been one of my dreams to play the Ed Sullivan Theater. My other dream has always been, I'm running through this cornfield, and I have a very bad asthmatic attack. These 3 asthmatics jump me. I know I should have heard them hiding, you know. So, always carry ragweed. Thank you for being my friends.